We have got a banger tactic today. We have got Johan Cruyff's total football tactic. It was an absolute nightmare to make in this match engine, but we've got it down and we've got it cooking. Over 4 goals a game and a trophy-winning machine. Designed for top teams. That has to be said. It is an absolute joy to watch. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, whack on the sub bell, and if you're interested in getting all of my tactic files and loads more, you can check out the Patreon in the link below, where this month there is 25% off. Let's go through the results, starting off with a bit of a Spanish giant. That Spanish giant is going to be Barcelona, of course, and it really suits this team. That midfield of Pedri, Gavi, De Jong, they really suit the movement of this tactic, what the tactic demands, and they're a joy to manage, they really are. And as you can see, we achieved just shy of 25 shots a game, over 4 goals a game, a 93% pass completion, while only conceding 0.5 goals a game. Now, I will say it again, for people that skip through the intro, for example, this tactic is for top teams. You're not going to play this with Wolves in the Premier League. So I will say that just to make it very, very clear. This is a Johan Cruyff tactic, and when you see the tactic, you'll understand why it's designed for top teams. Even with top teams, you're going to concede a goal here or there. It's how it goes. He was a man that was accepting of conceding goals because he'd go and outscore the opponents by 3 or 4. He didn't care about defence, and therefore I don't care either. So going over to the match day, let's go and see exactly what we won with Barcelona. Well, we won 2 out of the 4, which I will take. This is not a meta tactic. The shape you can see there is incredibly bizarre. The Super Copa, we are going to win 1-0 over Atletico Madrid. The league was what I really wanted to lock down, and the league is what we did lock down, with 157 goals. 63% possession, the most clean sheets, which is remarkable we've actually achieved that. And don't get me wrong, the individuals show very much promise in this tactic. They really, really did. I mean, Rafinha, 8.68, Marcus Rashford, 36 goals, Lamine Yamal, 23, ter Stegen, 24 clean sheets. We've got good players, I know we have, but to still do this in Spain with this team where Real Madrid can go toe-to-toe anytime they want. Atletico are usually very good in this game, however had a bit of a ropey season, it has to be said. I'm very impressed with what I have seen, and just the way this tactic plays in the game, for anyone that can appreciate a total football tactic, you're going to absolutely love it. So I'm going to choose maybe some highlights from this save or Ajax, and we're going to watch a game because genuinely the way that it moves and the movements of the players, it's so unique, but it works so well. Well, then I've picked out a league game which simply just has a lot of goals, so you can see a lot of the movement and a lot of why I really like this tactic. I mean, I love this tactic. In terms of fun, it is the most fun I have made. Most fun I've had, making a tactic. It is definitely out there, and I mean, the way that it builds up, if I just pause it right now, look at the players. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, did I count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think there's one more on this side. 9 players in the attack. We're not afraid to take risks, and if you look at the movement of these players, they're all taking up different positions, and right there is 4 players in the box. The goal scoring possibilities, it's not, with this tactic, guys, it's not are you going to score? It's when and how many. This tactic gets goals for fun. Am I going to say it's the best defensive tactic in the game? No, because you are going to concede goals. But this tactic will always look to outscore. And that's why, even though we've got 3 tactics today, the attacking version, defensive version, none of them really are that defensive, because this tactic isn't designed to be like a Simone, negative football tactic. It's designed to play like this, and you can see how far we're pushed up. We are so pushed up in their half, and if you look at this, the amount of options that are begging to have the ball, all taking up different positions, and we spread it so easy, from left to right, from right to left. The options are endless. Lamine Yamal just taking on players, and yeah, we are blessed with having talent like Lamine, like Marcus in the team, but you've still got to have the system in place, and we do. As the question is, can we play from the back? Well, so far so good. An injured Dani Olmo remains on the pitch. Into Lamine Yamal. Again, loads of passing options available. Into Rashford with a great bit of trickery there. He's going to win that back off Bellerin. And even though he's out wide now in a bit of an isolated position, I think we can agree. Look at the options he has got. This is probably the easiest one. I believe it's going to go into the path of Gavi here. It's not. He's proved me wrong. Into Christiansen. Into Pedri. You'll see him drop quite deep there to win the ball back. And this is something that the tactic does really well as well. That part of the game which is not all about attacking, but about control and patience. We're now 2 goals up. We don't need to throw the kitchen sink at it. But I say that, and on the other hand, there's still loads of people forward. So you're never going to be lacking goals, but you also will see elements of your team that do take up a bit more of a patient approach. And that right there is simple, right? Is it the most attractive goal to watch? Maybe not. Is it a goal that you're going to want? Yeah, of course it is. And we've won it back very high up the pitch into Lewandowski, and that is going to be 4. And yes, the team we're playing as well aren't of the best calibre, but I thought for a Johan Cruyff tactic, we want to show a highlight or a game with highlights that has at least 4 goals. And believe it or not, we don't stop there. 80 minutes on the clock, again, playing so calmly around this side. Always an option to pass to, whether it's side to side or to go ahead. And do you know what? One thing that I will say about this tactic is I genuinely believe you could use it with like a Brighton. You're not going to necessarily win the league over and over and over, but I think there is a world you can get this working with any team because it gets back quite easy. It goes forward quite easy, but of course, today's video is designed for top teams, so that's why I will mention it for the 3rd time in the video, because I can already see that comment of saying, I used it with Wolves and it didn't play the same. Barcelona's team's just a little bit better than Wolves, I'd say. As the pass and play here has been simply absolutely, it's been fantastic. It's been absolutely amazing. And look at this. It is now literally give, go, give, go, give, go. Rashford takes on Bellerin. He's going to go down. I mean, he might go himself. Do you know what? They're going to sign him, aren't they? What a player he is. And then in the 92nd minute, it's not as attractive on the eye, but it actually comes from a set piece. Furman is going to find Araujo, plays it into Gavi, again recycling the play very well. Araujo goes, takes on his man, the right back, and yeah, even he's in on the action. And then, looking at Ajax, for example, the only thing we really don't win is the Champions League. We win the Becker Trophy, we are going to win that 3-0 in a competition where we had 70% possession. As for the actual Dutch league, 64% possession, 95 goals, the most clean sheets, and we lose how many games? 1. This tactic is honestly incredible. And the data hub, we do drop a few goals because, let's face it, we don't have as good of players in the Ajax team, but that's still a really good return. You're actually having, what, a 2.2 difference from goals conceded to goals scored. You're not going to be struggling. And then really the only team that I thought suited this for the Premier League would have been City or Arsenal. And I thought I won't use City because I've used, you know, a couple of real top teams. And Arsenal are a top team, no digs being sent, but City are better in the game. And we're runners-up in the Premier League, which I'm happy with, because at the end of the day, it was a bit of an almost season all round. But this is the reality of what can happen, even with an English team. It's a good sort of entry point, right? You could really build on this. This is a system where if you haven't got the players to play in it, you need to go and sign. And Arsenal might have just missed that memo a little bit compared to Barcelona or Ajax. But it's still a season that I will show. You know, we do show the losses on this channel as well. And at the end of the day, we had the goals, we had the possession, we had the most clean sheets. We just couldn't quite take it to City. And now over to your favourite part of the video. That is going to be the tactic breakdown. If you are enjoying, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, if you enjoy rebuilds, we are going to have a youth-only Ajax rebuild posted tomorrow on Daily Josh using this tactic. So make sure you go on over and drop that little subscription as well, because sometimes there's tactics on there that this channel doesn't get to see, loads of cool bits as well. So make sure you are not missing another day of that. Now, today we are going to have 3 tactics. As always, they are very important to get all 3, whether you copy them or download them. Either way, you need them. And especially with this system, because in a flick of a switch, you might want to go from normal to very defensive or to very attacking. And this system, yeah, it's taken me a long time. I mean, I've been working on this from the second day of the beta. So, yeah, I've taken my time with this one. I haven't really rushed it, as you can probably tell. The goalkeeper is going to be a ball-playing goalkeeper, simply on the default in and out of possession. We're then going to use a wide centre-back on the right-hand side on default and default. The left side, another wide centre-back on default and also default. And in the middle, we are going to use a ball-playing defender on default and default. Why default? Why so boring? Look at the shape. It is a very insane tactic to try and even make. If you add loads of instructions, you are going to be finding it an absolute nightmare to deal with. I'll put it bluntly. If you had, for example, on this wide centre-back, make forward runs, dribble more, things like that, you're going to get smoked. You're going to get cooked. Therefore, simplicity, for the back line at least, is absolutely key. For the rest of the team, that's where you get a bit fluid with the movement. For the back line, it's definitely the most boring part of the team. We then have a DLP sitting quite deep, of course, and he will be told to default apart from one instruction. Dribble less is going to be selected, and also default out of possession. We then go with two CMs and sort of make these players what we want them. I see a CM as a clean slate, really. You can do what you want with a CM, and what I've decided to do is have them stay wide and also defaulted out of possession. Now, I'll explain why both of them are simply on stay wide. One of them is on tackle hard on the right-hand side, by the way. That's because these inside wingers will, well, funny enough, they'll come inside. So therefore, the CMs need to go wide. So that is where the total football comes in, taking up different positions. He'll come in here, the CM will go out here, and that is what total football is. Taking up different positions, getting in different, not in each other's way, but replacing each other, basically being essentially impossible to defend is the end outcome. Going up the pitch, the AM is going to be told to move into the channels, shoot less, roam from position, tackle harder, and trigger press set to more often. I do want to quickly say at this part of the video, if you are interested in getting all of these Patreon perks, that does include all of today's, all three of today's, let me just remember how to speak, all of today's tactics, all three of them, console versions, mobile versions, one-on-one tactical help, ad-free viewing, set pieces, training. There's so many Patreon perks, you can see them on the screen. Every single month I sit down and take loads of feedback from my Patreons and look for new ways to give back, whether it's giveaways or new perks or stuff that, you know, you don't see anybody else do. I will take that on and do my best to give as much back to my incredible community. And this month we have got a discount running before Christmas, so make sure you come on over and get involved because there's a lot going on. And yeah, let's just put it this way. We're not slowing down. If anything, the content's probably going to be going up. So yeah, make sure you come and get involved. Now, as for the wingers, we are going to use two inside wingers. On the left-hand side, roam standard and also default. On the right-hand side, roam standard and also tackle harder on the right. Now, it's up to you which side you have these tackle harders on. I didn't really have a mad theory behind it. It was more just about having a couple of players that would be a bit more aggressive to win the ball back. The striker has to be a DLF. Don't have a DLF? Don't use the tactic. I genuinely stick with that, or a false 9 to be fair. False 9 or DLF. If you don't have any of those, sign a player or choose another tactic, because this whole system is about that in the default version. In the attacking version, you can change it, but the generic going into every game vibe, you need a deep line forward or false 9. Now, out of possession, things are very similar. To the point of, we'll go through the player roles. So the wide centre-backs, they simply become stopping wide centre-backs. The inside wingers actually go to wing-backs, so they drop back quite a lot. The DLP to the DM, the CM to the CM, the CM to the PCM, in brackets, pressing central midfield player, the AM to the AM, and the DLF to the CFD. They simply copy and paste the instructions. This video is brought to you by Footium, the competitive online football management game where matches play out once a day. You can jump in live, adjust tactics on the fly, and work your way up the leagues to earn rewards. Use my link below to support the channel and get 5 times extra common players to kickstart your club, or hop in free as a caretaker and challenge me and the community. On top of this, I'm also going to be setting up my own mini league. If you're brave enough to take me on. So this is going to be what the website actually looks like, and I personally love it. The tactics screen is absolutely amazing. You can see here my next game is against King's Cash. That is not going to be an easy fixture. Now, what I love about this is just how simple but how nice the tactics screen looks. It's got a lot of key features that we're used to seeing. Mentality, auto picks, obviously a very handy tool. There are countless formations and countless formations that I'm going to use against you guys. But the big one, we are going to exclusively look today at our academy, and we're going to reveal our academy player in 3, 2, 1. Let's have a little look. It's going to be opened. So we're a couple in, and essentially all you do is you just click to reveal. It is a very nice transition, if I don't say so myself. Look at that. And these players at the end of the day are all extra legs that we can have in the team. Now, yes, are these going to be record breakers? Not every single one, of course not, but they are extra players to have into the team. Some are going to turn out to be better than the others. So yeah, if you enjoy what you see, you want to help me out and also get some free stuff for yourself and take me on in a tactical battle, make sure you click the link in the description and let's go at it. Me v you in a league. Let's see who wins. Team instructions. By the way, this whole tactic clean slated on the attacking mentality. Shorter, higher, less often, standard, wider, keep ball in play, be more expressive, play through, short goal kicks, balanced distribution, both flanks, balanced, pass to feet, work ball into the box, discourage long shots, balanced and also balanced. Out of possession, obviously the higher defensive line, the high press, much more often, counter press, standard, balanced, trap outside, and also yes. Now this tactic, you don't want shots from distance. You want to work the ball into the box. There is so many people in the opposition half. There's so many options. You can work the ball into the box and still get a high amount of shots per game, as you've seen. You do not need to rush things. The attacking version is going to remain on attacking, but there are a lot of changes. So we're going to start with the team instructions for this one, because you'll see obviously the tempo maxes out now. Passing remains the same, less often, standard, wider, keep ball in play, be more expressive, play through, short, balanced, both flanks, pass to feet, work ball into the box. But this time, we don't encourage shots from distance, but I don't discourage it. If a player wants to try it, they can go for it. And that is because when you're using the attacking version of this tactic, you should be in a position where you're chasing a goal. You need a goal. And therefore restricting it isn't very smart. So you need to make sure you sort of bend your morals a little bit with what you want the tactic to do. For me, I was very anti-long shot. But if you're in a sort of situation where you're chasing a game down, sometimes you've got to sort of just take it on the chin and let them go a little bit outside of their comfort zone. Out of possession, the much higher defensive line, high press much more often, counter press, trap outside, and also yes, when it comes to the goalkeeper distribution. The team shape then. So, as you can see right now, the big change really is out of possession. The striker, the AM, remain the same. The inside wingers are both now told to shoot more often, make more runs, roam, and defaulted. And this again is just generic instructions. If you've not got players that can shoot, in terms of say you do decide to use this with a smaller team, you would not have shoot more often on. So what I will say is if you are using this with a team like literally anyone really that's not like a top 4 team, please do not have shoot more often on, because you'll become very frustrated. Trust me on that. The rest of the team does remain the same in possession. Out of possession, the inside wingers are now simply wide midfield players. The rest of it remains exactly the same. So there is a lot of difference in team instructions, in the shoot more often, but the big one, the real big one, is how we are out of possession. We're so higher up the pitch, and you have to do that. When you're chasing a game down, you have to be on the front foot. You have to be intense. You have to be putting in challenges. And that's how you do it. Simple as that. The defensive version, for when you're trying to seal out a game, this is going to be a lot more patient build-up now. Balanced mentality, team instructions, I'll go through those again first. Shorter passing, really low tempo now. Standard, that's gone down a couple. Standard, wider, keep ball in play, be more disciplined on the creative freedom, discourage dribbling, discourage shots. it's leaning towards possession play, isn't it, you know? And that's exactly what we're doing. Playing through, short goal kicks, pass to feet, work ball into the box, standard line. We've still got the high press more often, trap outside and no selected. But this is really now focusing on short passing play. And looking at the striker, the AM, for example, there isn't too much. In fact, the AM who comes in is going to be actually identical. When it comes to the inside wingers, I have really restricted them back to Rome, and again, back to what they pretty much were in the default version. As you can see right now, they revert right back to the first tactic because I want a certain element of simplicity. The CMs, they come in and they are simply told to pass it short, no stay wider instruction, and default out of possession. On the right-hand side, shorter and tackle harder, because essentially now I want this to be quite a compact shape. Forget as much of the movement going on. Stick to your shape, pass the ball about. We have literally got a lovely, lovely diamond here, haven't we? We've got lovely... If you look at it, this tactic is built up of triangles and diamonds. Very important stuff for football. Possession is easy. The DM comes in, opposed to the DLP. Again, defaulted with shorter passing and also defaulted. The centre-backs remain the same. The big change, obviously, out of possession. We drop back to actually holding wing-backs, so they'll play a really, really defensive role. The DM, the CM... two screening central midfield players, the AM to the AM, the DLF to the CFD. Well, and now I guess we break it down on FM24. I never thought I would be doing this, but I listened to my audience and my demands, and I am going to match that. Now, this does kill my YouTube video, I'm going to be honest with you, so therefore I'm going to break down one variant. The other two variants are going to be up on the Patreon with the results and other tweaks as well, purely because a lot of people won't like this part of the video. If you do like this part of the video, please let me know in the comments, do you still play FM24? The more comments I see of that, the more chance of me actually thinking, do you know what? Maybe people do like this part of the video. I'll break down all three variants again. But let's go through the version 1 of the Johan Cruyff system in FM24. And it pains me to say, I love being back on this game. Well, the goalkeeper is going to be a sweeper keeper on defend. It looks so neat. The wide centre-back on the right-hand side on defend, on dribble less. The left-hand side is going to be exactly the same. A ball-playing defender in the middle on defend, on dribble more. The DM in the middle is going to be on support, on shoot less, and also dribble less. A CM on automatic on the right-hand side. On pass it short, shoot less, get forwards, roam, and move into the channels. A roaming playmaker on the left, on move into the channels. An AM on support, on take more risks, shoot less often, roam, move into the channels. We then have two wingers on support. Either one of them are going to be exactly the same. Take fewer risks, cut inside with the ball, shoot less, and roam, with the deep line forward simply being on support and also roam from position. Going to the team instructions, by the way, all built off a clean slate on the positive mentality. In possession, fairly wide, low crosses, work ball into the box, play out from the back, a slightly higher tempo, be more expressive, and also shorter passing. In transition, counter press, counter, take short goal kicks and go to the centre-backs. And out of possession, trap outside, step up more, much more often, higher, and the high press line of engagement. That is going to give you the first variant. Again, the other two are on the Patreon with the results as well. And again, if there is enough demand, I will start including it all in the video. And if there's that much demand, I'll also include a console version on the Patreon, because I have taken a lot of pride of giving you guys what you want to see. So if you do want to see it, let me know. I thought I'd test it because I know a lot of you guys can't stand FM26. And I'm here to try and save that. And that will give you not one, not two, but 3 versions of Johan Cruyff's Total Football inspired tactics. As I said, it's a bizarre way of playing football, but it's a video game. And it's fun. And he had a lot of success with it. And I'm sure you guys can too. So if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Whack the sub button. Be sure to go and check out the Patreon in the link below, where you can find endless FM content. Anything you want is probably on there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.